Welcome back. As hurricane season is just weeks away, beginning on June 1st, it is predicted that there will be over 30 or more named storms this year. Earlier this week, the United States purpose-built aircraft known as the Hurricane Hunter visited the Bahamas at Odyssey Airport and allowed local media, including JCN, to tour the specially outfitted aircraft that flies directly into the eye of a storm to record wind speeds, pressure, and other crucial weather indicators. Acting director says Bahamians should adhere to all weather forecasts and warnings during this hurricane season.
Now we're getting into hurricane season. Some predictions are already out there that it's going to be an active season. So of course we want the people to be prepared. We want the Bahamian public to get in the mind frame now that we are getting into hurricane. We need to start preparing. There are certain things we need to do before the season begins. Put ourselves in position so that, and then we also want to remind persons of the things that they should do whenever we issue a hurricane warning or a hurricane watch. So those are the things we're trying to get now. We're trying to get our people now. The holidays are over. We had our break from the season between December and coming into April. So now it's the time to start preparing to go back into another hurricane season.
Director of the National Hurricane Center in Miami, Michael Brennan, who flew in on the Hurricane Hunter, explains how the rise in sea levels increases the threat of storm surges and flooding on low-lying islands like the Bahamas.
Well, we're most confident in the impacts of climate change on the water hazards associated with tropical storms and hurricanes. So for one, we know sea levels rising. We're seeing that here in the Bahamas. We're seeing that across the world. That's raising the threat of storm surge. So it's making the base water level higher. So when the hurricane comes along and pushes that water onto normally dry land, the water's starting at a higher level. We also know that a warmer atmosphere holds more moisture and is increasing rainfall totals and rainfall rates, which is worsening flooding from rainfall as well.
Again, the 2024 Atlantic hurricane season begins June 1st and runs until November 30th. A report by the Auditor General tabled in the House of Assembly on Wednesday revealed that the government far exceeded its budget for both the 50th anniversary Jubilee Games, those are the Bahamas Games, and the 2023 Carifta Track and Field Championships hosted here in the Bahamas. Despite an increase in budget for the Bahamas Games from $1.5 million to $3.5 million and an increase in the Carifta budget from $1 million to $1.4 million, there was an additional $7 million of overrun to host both events. Much of the additional cost, according to the audit, was related to staffing and to hosting events not connected to the games, like gospel concerts. Meanwhile, PLP Chairman Fred Mitchell released a statement this morning accusing the newspaper and the Auditor General of failing to contact the minister or the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture for clarification on the game spending. And finally, today is World Heritage Day, also known as the International Day for Monuments and Sites. It is celebrated every April 18th. This day is dedicated to raising awareness about the incredible cultural and natural resources and natural treasures recognized by UNESCO World Heritage List. Here in the Bahamas, events are being held at the Clifton Heritage Park and a number of other historic locations. The theme for this year is Discover and Experience Diversity. That'll do it for your JCN Evening News. Once again, I'm Dorino Saunders. Thanks so much for joining us.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.